Oh, we're already ripping and rolling?
We ripping and rolling, baby.
Wow.
We're recording?
Yeah, what's going on, boys? How's everybody been?
You know. I've been all right.
Omar, explain to the people why it's your fault we missed an episode last week.
We missed an episode last week because I was struck by a vehicle, in my vehicle, by an uninsured motorist. So someone blew past the fucking stop sign and hit your boy and T-boned him right in the front of the car. It hit like on my tire, like where my wheel is, to the very front of the car.
Yeah, it looked bad.
Yeah, so the airbags came out, everything, the car's fucking totaled. This has been a fucking nightmare, dude. The system is fucked up.
Yeah.
It's a very fucked up system. And Texas is super lenient with this stuff, apparently. Like, I found out, like, 1 in 8 Houston drivers is uninsured.
Which is crazy,
So
but
people are just out here
It is
riding dirty?
people are riding dirty.
Because I've been fucking stopped by a ticket. This is coming. We need to change this, guys. This is coming from someone who used to be uninsured, kind of uninsured. I think I always had liability. I don't think there was ever a time where I didn't have liability.
I was once one of you people.
I was once one of you. I understand. No, I always had liability. This guy had nothing. So that's like horseshit. Because then now I'm fucked from it. But yeah, they're super lenient on this sort of thing. Like, I've got it before, like, the ticket for it, and all you have to do is just go get insurance before your court date, which is usually like 2 months or something like that, out, and then you're good. So you could just do that, cancel it, and then just fucking continue on until you get caught again, and then do it again. You probably have to get caught several times, dude, for them to finally be like, I don't know, do something, suspend your license or something like that.
Because Heike, there's no way to really like check on somebody or make sure, like, enforce it.
Yeah, they're not gonna. Like, if you get a month-to-month thing instead of paying, like, 6 months, let's say you get the citation, you get the fucking shit for $100 or whatever the fuck, liability.
Baba Booey.
Cancel it, and then you keep going. And then you get caught again in a half a year or whatever.
When they buy cars, they just buy insurance for, like, the month or the day.
Yeah.
And then that's it.
The 6 months is where it's at, in my opinion, way cheaper.
Yeah.
But, yeah, no. So they did not take care of your boy. And I was misinformed, dude. I thought collision covered bodily. You know, I was going to do the whole back thing, because my back does kind of hurt.
So what is collision cover? Just
The other
crashing?
person's bodily injuries.
Oh, man.
What kind of horseshit is that? And then they break out your bodily injuries. They break out the renters, like for a rental while you're doing it.
Yeah.
Even though they would only give me the rental for a few days anyways. Because so what happens is the car got hit, right? They had to tow it out of the thing.
God damn.
And the guy was a dickhead. Okay, Gio, so let me tell you what happened. So I'm driving down the street.
Neighborhood?
I was in a neighborhood, dude. I was going to fucking AB's.
Damn.
A place where I could drive to probably backwards, bro. I go
Now
there
I
every
know where
weekend.
it is.
Yeah,
I was like, I feel like I know because I saw the stop sign.
So that's why I didn't even think about the fact. I knew that there was no stop sign there. I'm just driving, you know?
Yeah.
Like,
Well, it wasn't your fault.
It wasn't my fault, but like,
I feel like you should break down exactly like what happened for the people so they can understand, like, because we all three know what the intersection looks like, but I don't think anyone else really.
So to get to AB's house from my house, I have to go down a highway, all this stuff. It's like a 30-minute drive. I was maybe 5 minutes away from AB's house. So 25 minutes of this was already done, right?
Yeah.
So the hard part is done, right? I'm just like driving, cruising, just chilling. Just going through AB's neighborhood, going like 30, 35. So I'm driving down the street. It's just a straightaway to a stop sign, and I was going to take a left at the stop sign. So before I get to the stop sign, I pass an intersection. That intersection has stop signs to the left and right.
Yeah.
So this guy was coming from my right. So and it was nighttime too. It was like 10:30. So the guy, I can sort of, you know, like thinking back on it, I remember seeing his car in the distance. You just see headlights way over there. You know what I mean? So like I see the headlights to my right. You know, whatever. I'm talking to my girlfriend. She's to my right, and I'm looking this way. Whatever, talking to her. I turn the other way, and then turn back this way, and this cocksucker is like right here.
there.
I can see his headlights like right there, and I'm like, fuck, dude. Now that like this guy's gonna hit me right now. I thought maybe for a split second, like, is it just bright headlights because like he's at a stop sign? And the intersections are pretty tight, so maybe he's really close to my car.
Yeah.
But then a second, your mind moves so quickly in these moments.
Bro, it happens in slow motion.
Super slow motion. Like that last second, I thought all of this. And then after that, I was like, okay, no, he's going to hit me. I was like, let me at least try to turn with him. Like, I can't even tell where his car is. Like, I can't tell what part of it is about to hit me.
Yeah.
So I tried to turn a little bit to the left so that I could go with it. But nah, he still got me.
Yeah, he was there.
He got me hard, bro. And like, thankfully, thank God it didn't hit on the door. It didn't hit in a bad part where, like, we could have got a real injury.
Yeah.
But I knew that the car was fucked.
Yeah.
Because I could, like, smoke started coming out of the car, right? So, like, a second later, it feels like someone just fucking, you know the Jackass bit where they have the fucking hand across the
smack,
yeah,
smacks you, yeah.
And they're waiting for someone to cross the doorway, and on the other side they have a hand, and they're gonna swing it back, and it's gonna catapult right into their face. That's what it felt like. It felt like someone just got both hands, just slapped both my cheeks together, like a sumo wrestler. But it's like your adrenaline and shit. You're not really thinking about it.
Yeah.
So it didn't necessarily hurt or anything. But I could see how someone could get hurt from one of the, especially the ones that come out of the steering wheel.
Yeah.
Mine didn't. I don't know where the fuck they came out of. It must have come out the steering wheel.
They have
I
a
guess.
side one. It could have came from the side.
I think it came out from the sides.
Yeah.
Because it was side damage.
So it wasn't, the airbags didn't come from the front of
cars
yours.
are smart.
Yeah.
You're right, dude. I don't think the front ones came out.
Yeah, there's side ones. There's
I would've
there's
remembered.
ones, like in between the doors, and I
Yeah,
think there's
in the
one like
seat.
above a little bit.
Yeah, it's right
maybe.
above the window. You can kind of
Yeah.
it'll say it right there, like something
Yeah.
something airbag. It's like right above the window.
Yeah, because they have them in the steering wheel. Mine and hers didn't come out, I don't think, from there. They came out from the sides, all the side ones. So there's one like, across the doorway, top of the doorway, like you said. And then one comes out of the seat. It like rips out of the seat, dude. Crazy.
Fucking
I
eject your
didn't know
ass.
that.
Yeah, like it ripped open the car cover that I had and the seat. So,
God damn,
so it's
bro.
like just a split in it. So the guy hit me, right? And it fucking launched me onto someone's like front lawn, basically. So like, you know that little patch of grass and then a sidewalk and then houses?
Yeah.
So it launched me onto that. And then, so I get out of so the car is like smoking and shit. And I don't know if y'all remember, I was just talking about that, I shouldn't be alive right now. And
Yeah.
And they were saying the smoking thing and it was going to explode. I was like, we gotta get the fuck out of here. So I like hobbled out and I was like, because it was so quick, you know, like
Yeah.
I didn't see it coming at all. So in a second, I was like, okay, like a second ago, I was just driving and now like here we are. So I got out of the car. I was like, let me check on my girlfriend. She wasn't even looking that direction. So for her, it was like a jump scare.
Yeah.
So she was like, and she was screaming and shit. So I got out of the car and I was like, okay, I feel okay. She looked okay too. So I got her out of the car and she was fine. Like we just had to pull the door open and shit. And so I'm just like, fuck my life. Immediately, so there's 4 houses on each of the corners of this intersection. So, a bunch of people started coming out.
Yeah.
And like, I guess that they hear this all the time because they were telling me that happens all the time. People run the stop
Because there's
sign.
no stop sign for the other side.
There's no stop sign for the other. In all honesty,
They should put one there.
they should put one there, but it is hard to fucking miss, bro. Like that guy was not paying attention.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because on your side, when you're coming from the direction he was coming from,
Yeah. Okay. Now I remember which one.
like on the left side, you can see that stop sign like easily. There's no trees,
Yeah.
nothing around it. It's just sitting on the corner. The other one has some like overhanging trees, kind of, but you can still see it, bro. He had headlights. I have like a video of it. I got video from the neighbors. He had his headlights on. Like that shit flashes. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Headlights and like those signs, they fucking work.
They make them reflective.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they make
You
them
can automatically
reflective.
see it.
So you can see it from a far distance. They reflect them from a far distance.
Yeah.
So he just wasn't paying attention, and he just he was probably going like 10 miles per hour faster than I was.
Jesus Christ.
So the motherfucker hit me. I get out the car. I get my girlfriend out the car. I guess my girlfriend texted your girlfriend because y'all came like very shortly after AB and some other people. So I'm on the phone with the cops and shit, and I go, I'm telling them what happened, whatever, and they're like, "How's the other driver?" So I was like, "I don't know. Let me
I don't
go
give a
check."
fuck.
I didn't give a fuck, dude. I didn't even think about it.
Oh my God.
I didn't even think about asking if he had insurance either. But I was like,
be the guy.
yeah, I was like, I don't know. I was like, let me go check on him. So I went to go check on him, right? And there's a dude standing up, and he's like by the driver's seat, and like he has like the door open, and he's kind of like leaned in, like grabbing stuff from like the front seat and the back seat. And so I can't, I don't know if this guy had a passenger. I don't know what the fuck
don't know
the
what's going
situation
on,
was.
yeah.
Yeah. So I go up to the door, and I'm like, hey, like, were you the one driving this car? And he was like, he like kind of turned around halfway, and then I was like, were you the one driving this car?
Yeah.
And he was like, yeah, I was driving this car. Like I asked him a dumb question. I was like, motherfucker, I don't know who you are. Like, at this point, it's been several minutes. He could have very easily got up and walked away and is sitting on the sidewalk on the other side. I don't know.
Yeah.
So I'm like, so then I got upset and I was like, what the fuck, man? I was like, you ran a fucking stop sign. And he was like, I didn't run no fucking stop sign. And it was a black dude. It was like a 50-year-old black dude. I was like, I didn't run no fucking stop sign. I was like, look, you fucking idiot, you ran a fucking stop sign. He was like, man, fuck you. He's like, bitch ass, something like that. And so I'm on the phone. I'm on the phone with the cops, and I'm like, all right, they're
I'm gonna beat
recording
his
this.
ass, officer.
Yeah, I was like, yeah, he's fucking fine. He's fine. Like to the cop on the phone. And they were like, okay. And I was like, after he said that, I was like, man, fuck you, man. I just went like, man, fuck you, something like that. And then just walked away. And then he went back into the car and shit.
Yeah, this bitch ass motherfucker fine.
Yeah. And then, oh shit. And then, and so then when I walked back to the car, by that time, like the cops were pretty much pulling up like right away.
Yeah.
So then at that point, he got real quiet because he obviously turned around and saw the stop sign and knew that he ran a fucking stop sign.
Oh, man.
He saw the damages, and that's what I said too. I was like, he was like, I didn't run no fucking stop sign, and I was like, look, and I was like, he was like, I didn't hit you, and I was like, you hit me. I was like, bro, look at your fucking car. His car was smushed in all the way to the tires. Yep. So I was like, look at your fucking car. I was like, your car's pushed in, and my shit is hit on the side. And then he was just like, man, fuck them, man, whatever, like that type of shit.
I didn't hit you. I don't know how this happened.
I was like, this. I don't know if he was drunk. If he was drunk, he sobered up quick because he
Yeah.
didn't sound drunk or anything.
that shit
like
will sober you up.
He must have been like either on his phone or he must have been like drunk or something, like
Yeah.
buzzed a little bit and not paying attention. So, the cops come and they're incompetent as ever, dude. There's like fucking 5 of them. Like, so the tow trucks are the first vultures to pull up. They were there quick. They were there real quick in a row.
They heard it.
Yeah, they were there fucking fast. So they were the first ones there, and then like a few minutes later, the cops came, and like maybe 5 of them came or something like that, right? Like 1 cop per each car. One of the guys was barely asking us questions. Oh, and so the other dude, right? The other dude, his friend ended up coming over, and he was like, "I live in this neighborhood." He was like, he was with me. He was a lot like he was trying to be nice and like apologize.
Yeah.
like I think he was trying to like
Calm it down.
Yeah, calm it down and get the cops to take it easy on the dude because he probably knew he was either drunk or he has no insurance or something, you know?
Yeah.
So this guy has no insurance. He's 50 years old. He must not have money. So if you call your friend like, bro, I just totaled my car, they're gonna be like, oh fuck,
You motherfucker.
Yeah, he came to try to help him out. And he sweet talked the cop. And the other 4 cops were doing basically nothing. They were just on the phone. Like, they were on their phones, like, in their car.
Yeah.
I could see, like, the light on their face because it was nighttime. I was like, these fucking losers, dude. And so the guy was over there talking to the cop, whatever.
Jesus Christ.
Did all the information stuff. I didn't even, shit is going on so fast. And then also the fact that we're crashed out in a residential intersection.
Yeah.
They were like, we got to move these cars quick. So they were there quick. They were like moving quick. Everybody was moving quick. So the cop was like, you don't have a choice to get it towed. Like, we got to tow it now and blah,
Yeah.
blah, blah. So
We got to get it out the yard.
yeah, we gotta get it's on someone's yard, and that one is like it's like in the middle of the street, blocking both lanes.
Yeah.
So nobody can go that way.
Jesus Christ.
When it was like that, dude, some lady pulled up and she was trying to go down that street, and she was like, "Can I drive down here?"
Did she really?
I swear to God.
Fucking dumbass.
And a bunch of neighbors who were already walking around asking everybody and talking to everybody, they were like, "No, you can't drive down here." And she was like, "I'm just asking."
Can I drive down here?
Dude, there's a fucking sprawled out car. What kind of dumbass question is that?
Oh my
You
God.
are fucking stupid.
They were
man.
like yelling back and forth a little bit. She was like,
just
"I'm
trying
just
to go right
asking,"
here.
and she was like, "No, of course you can't." And like they just like mumbling back and forth to each other.
Oh, that's fucking hilarious.
But so on my way out, the fucking bullshit cop who barely did anything right, he gave me the card. So the whole time I'm like, "Do I need to go get whatever from him?" And he was like, "No, like we'll get everything from both of you guys, and then
Yeah.
we'll exchange them." So this motherfucker, at the end, I found out the other guy has no insurance. And then he also gave me my own card, I'm pretty sure. Because it has my name and my policy on
That's
it.
fucking crazy.
And I think the
my
motherfucker
God.
did it on purpose. But I could, in the moment, I couldn't really tell. And then I
Yeah.
looked at it. I could have sworn, like, I saw other information, but it's dark and shit. I wasn't, like, pulling out my flashlight to
You're
look at
not really
it.
in the right state of mind.
I just
either.
assumed that this guy, and he was like, look, just take this, has a case number. He was like, call the station or whatever, and like they'll have everything you need, like it's on file.
Yeah.
Bro, I call. It took him like a few days to give me the guy's info. I got the guy's name and his driver's license, so I didn't even know who he was at first. I should have got a picture of his license.
Yeah, that's what you got to do.
But they were like, they're gonna have all that stuff for you. Like, just call them. Like, don't worry about it now. Just call them.
Did they have all the shit? Like, what did you get to read the police report or what?
Well, I don't think it's open to the public till 10 days. So probably like in a few days from now, like 3 days, 4
Okay.
days, it'll be available. So that's when the insurance will be able to see it and all that stuff. But I sent them the footage and everything. They've already deemed it a loss, and then also like that it was the other guy's fault. So they called him, and this guy said that he had insurance, and he didn't have fucking insurance. They looked in their system, and he doesn't. So this cocksucker. So I'm gonna have to try to sue this son of a bitch. But you know what the problem is? I'm gonna try to get an attorney. If an attorney doesn't want to take it, I'm gonna ask for their advice or whatever, and I'm gonna take him to small claims.
Yeah.
And I looked it up. Usually, if someone doesn't show up to small claims court, they grant the other plaintiff. I think the other plaintiff, so it would be me.
Yeah.
The approval basically. So not only is this guy out of a car because he has no insurance, so no one's gonna pay for his
He's going
car.
to be out some rats.
His shit's fucked. He had to get it towed, so they're charging him for that. My insurance paid for the tow thing. He has $1,000 citation because he has no insurance to cause an accident.
Jesus Christ.
My insurance, so basically my car was totaled, so my insurance is going to give me the value of my car, right? Like
Yeah.
the cash value. If someone was to go with cash and try to buy that same car, I'm trying to negotiate with them on the price they're giving me right now.
Yeah.
Bump it up a couple thousand. But like that's basically what they're going to do. They're going to give me that money, and then they're going to try to get as much money out of the car as they can, like either auctioning it or breaking it apart and selling it for pieces or
yeah,
whatever.
that's
right?
all they really can do.
Yeah, so let's say they're giving me like $21,000, and they sell the car at an auction for $16,000. They still out $5,000.
Yeah.
So they're gonna go for him for those $5,000 plus my $1,000 deductible. I have a fucking high deductible. I'm getting good ass insurance next time, dude. I'm never letting this happen again.
They're
Yeah.
gonna find a way to go after him.
Yeah.
Even aside from what you're doing, is what you're saying.
Yeah, they're
He's going
still
to pay
gonna-
the money.
He's there, and I'm
If
sure
he has it,
if
He gonna find it, or he
I
going
think
to
if
jail.
he has assets and stuff, they can put liens on him and
Yeah.
shit.
Yeah.
But they can't garnish wages and things like that.
No.
So they're gonna try to go for that money, and then after that, I'm gonna also try to get money. So this motherfucker is not gonna pay me, and if he does, it's gonna take a long time.
long
I'm pretty
ass time.
But who knows, man? Maybe
He might have some shit.
He
For
might
all
have some bread.
For all you know, he might be married
Yeah.
to a chick. Just to not sound creepy, but like you told us his name, and then my girlfriend found him on Facebook.
You've seen who he's married to.
He's married to a rather big lady.
He's
But,
married
like,
to a big lady with like piercings on her eyebrows and like
But hey, man, let's say if they're married and that lady has money, you could take her shit too.
That is true.
Because you're filing shit jointly, so
Yeah.
everything's joint.
Is that true?
If you
Yeah.
own an asset jointly, yeah, you can take her shit too.
He strikes me as the type of guy
That would
'cause
not do jointly.
He's
No,
not like
yeah.
he's not like a handsome guy or anything, but he's like a normal looking like
He's
regular
fucking
dude.
ugly.
He's fucking fuck you. I should say his name, bro. Fuck you, Alfonso. But that's his name, which is a cool name. But
I
he
love that
fucked it up.
name.
He's a bitch.
He fucked it up for me now.
Damn.
Isn't
I was gonna name my son Alfonso.
what's fucking Steve Urkel's real name? Isn't that Alfonso something?
No, Alfonso is
Nah.
Fresh Prince.
I don't remember Steve.
Alfonso
Urkel's-
is Fresh
Steve
Prince.
Urkel's-
Yeah, Alfonso
Jaleel
Ribeiro.
White.
Yeah.
Jaleel White.
Jaleel
Steve
White.
Urkel.
Jaleel White, dude. Yeah.
But I thought it was, not to add gas to the pot, but I thought it was funny that this motherfucker on his Facebook, on his profile,
Yeah.
he's sitting in a BMW and he's like staring out of it. That's the profile picture. I'm like,
the
bro,
cover.
He is.
he's sitting in a Beamer, but he don't got no insurance.
He don't got no fucking insurance,
That's
dude.
crazy.
Well, he strikes me as the type of dude who this lady is making money and he's marrying her to like, or he's
some of the
he's
money.
mooching off of her or something
Hell
like
yeah.
that. They have like a grown kid and shit too. Well, I don't know if that was her kid or what the situation is, but
Yeah.
someone has a grown kid, like a little family, a little trio.
Well, shit, if she's smart, they wouldn't get married now. I would not marry this motherfucker
can
right
you
now.
really be?
I don't know if he was married or not.
Can
Should've
you
looked
really
at the
be
ring.
50 with no bread?
It's crazy.
Hell yeah.
You could be 50 and
there are
just
50-year-old
broke
homeless people.
But inshallah,
50
dude.
years and
Yeah,
you don't got no
bro.
bread?
Hopefully,
I know some people in my family 50 with no bread.
crazy.
no. There's people with no bread at 50. There's people who are fuck ups and stuff like that. Or who knows what the situation is.
They're the one my mom tells us to stay away from at the unions.
You never know. Maybe he. I should have asked my insurance when's the last time he had insurance. I wonder if they could see that. But maybe he is like using this bullshit car on the side. Maybe something. You know. Maybe he has another car that he uses normally, and this one's like the side one. He's driving close. I don't know. But in my head, this guy has no money. I'm pretty sure he has no money.
Jesus Christ, bro.
So I'm gonna have to take this motherfucker to court and see what happens. And it might
he
take a
shows
while.
up.
It might. Well, he has to. And if he doesn't, they're gonna grant me whatever. But I have to have a reasonable number, and I have to like. I'm gonna do all the research and put together the paper.
500,000.
I need $1 million, sir.
I'm gonna
For my
ask.
emotional.
I got.
debt.
We have a friend that every time I tell him about my car shit, he's like, "Bro, I got a lawyer in the family, so I'll see what he'll do."
Oh wait, what happened with you? Got hit, right, Gio?
Yeah, but I didn't get shit. I had depression.
Your shit
That's
was
what I
hit. Your
got.
shit was hit and run, right?
My shit was hit
So
and
you
run.
couldn't
You
even
had
call
no-
anybody. There's no one to.
No video, no
There's
nothing. That
nothing you can
motherfucker
do.
was gone.
Wait, so what? You had insurance though, didn't you?
I
you have
had, but I had
collision?
the same thing that you had.
You had
where-
collision?
No.
Oh, so you had only liability.
Yeah.
Oh, so if you would have hit somebody, you would have been covered. Because the only reason I'm getting paid out is because I have collision, but I don't have bodily, so they're not covering me for my medical shit.
I didn't have none of that shit.
If if you had full coverage, you would have been good.
Yeah.
I would have been okay. I still
You
would have
would-
lost the car.
if you would-
Yeah,
know
you
what
still
the-
would have lost the car. They probably would have paid you for the value of the car, and
and that would have been like
maybe-
a rack.
Yeah.
Let me tell y'all right now, anyone listening who doesn't have uninsured motorists, you need to get uninsured motorist. Bodily is a little more expensive to put in your coverage, right? Because I have collision. So
Yeah.
collision, I didn't know this, apparently covers the other person's bodily injuries, but it covers your car. And then there's comprehensive that covers like damages to like surrounding property
Yeah.
that had nothing to do with it in case you have to pay for it.
I got all that shit.
You got that shit because that's what full coverage technically is.
Yeah.
But then there's also the bodily that for yourself. Like if you're hurt, they'll cover you'll argue with your insurance basically on how much they can give you
Yeah.
to go get scans and stuff like that. Then there's your renter shit, and then there's fucking uninsured motorists. And that's the son of a
Make
bitch
sure you
coverage.
get that bitch.
And that's probably on the cheaper side of all of the coverages.
Yeah.
That one and renters are the cheapest ones. I didn't even think about it, dude. So they basically, it's essentially like paying another cheap claim for another like cheap coverage for yourself.
Yeah.
So if they don't have coverage, it'll kind of cover you as another sort of like, you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
It's like you have two insurance coverages.
Man, you would think people who are riding around with no insurance would be like a little cautious because like, oh fuck, let me not get stopped or let me not get in an accident. Have
He
to
thought
pay
he
a
was
fine.
cautious. The guy thought he was in the
Hell
right.
no.
Now that motherfucker flew by. Listen, dude. If that was me and I'd never been in that neighborhood, let's pretend, right? Because
Yeah.
that's what the guy was saying that like, oh, you know, he doesn't know this area that well, blah blah blah. His friend, like, You get to an intersection like that, you don't just zoom by.
I would stop.
Yeah, you have to slow down, kind of like look both ways or something.
Yeah.
The motherfucker has to have been on his phone.
That's the first thing they teach you when you learn how to drive.
Yeah.
The sign is red. It's big and red, and it's reflective, and it says stop.
You can't miss it.
It can't be any more clear than that.
And at nighttime, the thing is reflecting
Yeah.
red. You know what I'm talking about? And then, regardless, though, when you get to an intersection like that, because around AB's neighborhood, like the streets aren't super duper narrow, but people are parking on the street and stuff. They're pretty narrow. Like you can't drive 2 cars.
Yeah.
So you have to like kind of maneuver around each other. So I mean, if you're pulling up to an intersection like that and you can't see, it's insane to just blow past it. It's insane. So now I am trying to fight for my right for a few $1,000,
Bro.
Because that's right now what I'm lacking.
Yeah.
Hopefully they get my deductible back from this dude, and hopefully I can raise the value of my car like another couple thousand. But regardless, I'm still getting back like
You're not getting back enough.
I'm not getting back enough.
So how do you fight about the value of your car? Do you have to like go to like Kelly Blue Book, look up your car, look up the year, and pull like the average value for your car?
I don't even know.
your
I don't even know if
make,
they're going to increase it. Right now, what they put me at is, I think, on the lower, in my opinion, on the lower side. But I don't know, because what they're looking at is the actual cash value. They're not looking at like a Kelly Blue Book or a CarMax.
Or what you even bought it for.
Yeah, or what I even bought it for. They're
What does
looking at
cash value mean?
like
What
if
does
because
that mean?
nobody's making extra money off of this. So if I was to go and just buy that shit outright cash,
Yeah.
the dealership is not necessary. Well, actually, I don't know. I don't know exactly what
The
it is.
dealership, they would still sell it to you for the fucking expensive ass price.
I don't know
Yeah.
exactly what it means. Yeah, the deal. But if the dealership wasn't making money, I think is what it means. Like essentially the actual
Yeah, because
value
when you
of the car.
finance it, they do make
Actual-
money on
Like the net-
yeah,
net.
without the markup from the dealership.
Yes, like what
That's
the
That's what
dealership.
they're trying to pay you for. That's
Oh
what
my
they're trying to
God,
pay you
that
out
shit
for.
is all
That's
complicated.
bullshit.
Yeah,
though.
not counting like a dealer's expenses and the people they pay and the all that stuff. Like just
Oh
the
my
actual
God.
value of the car itself. Nothing else worked into it.
That shit is hell, bro.
Insurance is such a racket, man.
It's horseshit. So I'm trying to argue with them about it. In my opinion, I could get another 2,000 out of this, and then I think it's pretty reasonable.
Yeah.
If I take this, don't fucking tell them. I think it's still kind of reasonable, like for a cash value.
Yeah.
But it's horseshit that it's not like a
Exact.
Like what you would pay to buy another one. It's just the value of the fucking car. And you know what is the value of the car a second before it was in the accident. So they
Man.
look at, and you know what sucks, bro? So I went to go mourn my car, right? Obviously, I'm
mourn.
I'm good now, all right. Like I've worked through this. I mourned the car and like, but for a while I was pretty fucking sad about it.
Yeah.
I went to go to the tow place. So what the tow place does is like they hold it there, and then when I go sign off on it, the insurance can go pick it up and then take it to their place, and then they get an appraiser and they look at it and then they give me the value that they think it is.
Okay.
So they went to go pick it up. Before they went to go do that, I went to go empty the car out, and it had rained. So now I can see it in the daytime all clean. I was like, God damn. Dude.
No.
You look at the car from this side and it's perfect. You look at the car from the other side and it looks like fucking like a rhino attacked it.
Man, that's
It's-
heartbreaking, man.
It's
Yeah.
fucking mashed up.
And it was raining, and I was just like, I had to give her a final goodbye.
Damn.
I took my little fucking shark that I had on the mirror. Because this car, I drove it around a bunch, dude. I had never had a reasonable, like, good car. So I like took road trips, like 4 road trips with this car, like in
Yeah.
a year. And so, you know.
Damn, bro.
But it is what it is. Life is life. It happens.
Man,
Life
what
is
a-
life, bro.
Another
what
car
a,
will come
What a piece
soon.
of shit that hit you, though, man. That
What a
dude's
fucker,
just
dude.
fucking...
Yeah.
It's crazy because there's probably a lot of people like that dude. They're just roaming
Tons.
around, no insurance. They don't give a fuck.
Yeah. And yeah, I mean, hopefully at least this guy's a little older. Maybe he'll have a little money. But yeah, it's insane to think like it's just a slap on the wrist when you get away with it. Like there should be something.
I mean,
You
he
should
has
get beat
monetary
up.
consequences.
It should be a fine, not a citation.
You
it
should get
be
touched.
Yeah, you should
Someone should touch you.
Someone should touch you
They
up.
hold your arms back and I beat the shit out of you for.
It's
5
the cops
seconds.
doing it. It's in the law.
Yeah, that bum motherfucker, dude.
50 with no bread. 50
Yeah.
with no bread.
I'm wishing him a horrible, poor rest of his life.
Bro, how you 50 with no bread and no insurance?
Yeah.
That's some big bum
And
shit.
the
no
system,
bread is
bro.
already tough. No insurance on top
Yeah.
is crazy.
The system is just designed to let people like that just get away, bro. Like the insurance is gonna try to give as little as they can. The fucking state or not, I don't know how it works in other states, but no one else is gonna do anything about it. So this guy has nothing. All he has is just a citation. So I'm gonna try to get his license suspended. I'm gonna like talk to the DPS. You can file a complaint with the DPS.
You
swear to
should.
God.
You should.
I'm gonna try to fuck his credit up.
Oh my god.
And I'm gonna pay the money to do a small claims filing, even if the motherfucker won't pay me for 10 years, bro. I'm gonna try to get this dude.
I don't
kill
fucking blame you.
Yeah, man. Fuck him, bro.
Piece of shit.
That's your new
Alfonso.
mission. That's your new side hustle and mission, right?
Yeah, that fucking cocksucker, dude. I worked hard for that fucking car, bro. I saved up money for that fucking car.
Bro.
I battled with a dealer for fucking 8 hours for that goddamn car.
I don't fucking blame you, bro.
And this son of a bitch plows right into the side of me. What can you do?
And that's it.
That's
A
life.
split second.
Yeah.
And it's all fucking gone, bro.
And just like that, yeah, dude, it's so crazy to think like in the moment. It's like, and I never had the airbags come out. It's like, it's just it's so weird, dude. Like everything slows down after that. And you're like, oh my fucking god! Like a second ago, this was all normal.
It's the worst when that shit hits you like after like 30 minutes and you're just standing there, you're just like, bro, what the fuck just happened?
The second my heart dropped was when they told me he had no insurance. I was like,
oh my god,
fuck! I was like, he has no insurance.
Gio, that shit happened to you in the rain, right?
In the rain, no, but it wasn't raining super bad, so I could stay in my car and shit.
Hey, tell us your story, Gio. How did that?
Tell us your story of trauma.
Tell us your story, please.
I just saw the guy. He was trying to make a U-turn. You know how there's those little like small bumps in the road in the medians and shit.
Yeah.
He was rocking hard. Like, he was doing it hella fast trying to make a U-turn. And so I'm coming up in the left lane. And I see him doing the turn. I'm like, what the fuck is this guy doing? But he doesn't slow down. So I try to, like, go to the other lane. Hit my ass. Hit me right in the ass.
So he didn't make the U-turn and pulled around too wide and hit you.
He was making the U-turn. Regardless if I was there or not.
Yeah.
He was going to try to do that U-turn.
Wait. So, okay, you're in the left lane trying to make a left?
I'm just going straight.
Okay, you're in the left lane trying to go straight.
I'm just going straight. He's trying to make the U-turn right there.
Trying to make U-turn in front of you or to the left of you? Or, no, to the right of you.
He's driving this way. He's going the other way. He's coming towards me.
Okay.
And then he makes the U-turn. He's trying to make the U-turn. And then I'm
So
right there.
he hits you in the back.
Yeah, he's me in the back.
How
And then
hard did he
just-
hit you?
He dips off right away.
What did he do?
Was this car running or what, did you hear like, "Arr!"
No, he was fine. I didn't see the front of his car, but
Yeah.
he dipped off the other way.
That's what bumpers are for, dude.
He dipped the fuck off.
They accordion down and then so that way you can still drive.
He was driving like a Silverado, a white Silverado.
Oh my god, that's a big car.
So
Yeah.
he just yacked your shit and then
I just heard thump, and I was like,
you
oh,
didn't have a
fucking
chance to
asshole.
look at the license or
I didn't have a
that
chance because I
license,
was like, what the fuck?
Driver's
And the moment I look up, he's dusting the other way. I'm seeing gas come out his smoke come out his car and shit.
And how was your car? How beat up?
it
Was it
wasn't
totaled?
it wasn't super beat up. It was totaled.
It was totaled?
Yeah, because it wasn't really.
insane.
I mean, not totaled. It was a loss. So it was over.
The repairs were more expensive than the
Bro, it was
value,
like
whatever.
$5,000 for repairs. I'm like,
Oh,
bro, the
hell
car
no.
is worth $800.
Especially the back.
do
You would
you
think
know
it'd be
what-
cheap.
I was gonna ask, do you know what specifically was fucked up? Like, what was so expensive? Because you had a Honda, right? Like,
Yeah.
parts are pretty cheap, but if it's like transmission or some shit, then that's expensive as
It
fuck.
hit right, like he hit right by my gas little area.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it
all
was that
shit.
part. The door was fucked up. They were going to like, oh, we have to fucking paint it. I was like, I don't give a fuck about paint.
Yeah.
Just give me the door. Help me out. But the door was fucked up, so it couldn't really, it couldn't close well, and it had like an opening because it was hit in between parts.
It was like frame
God.
damage.
Yeah. So
Once
if
there's
I was
frame damage, it's expensive.
if I was
fuck.
driving it, it would have got
100%.
rust inside and shit. So I was like, yeah, just
Yeah.
bend it off.
Because that happened to my Civic, and it does happen, dude. Like, people told me that it's going to start rusting, and like let's say there's a little hole where you got hit or something in the paint. Eventually, it looks normal. It's just a little gray hole, whatever the car, the metal under, the aluminum and shit.
Yeah.
But eventually, air gets in there, and it fucking starts to rust it, and the opening starts opening more and more, and then other openings start forming. Dude, and it happens fucking fast.
That
Yeah.
car was a salvage title.
My Civic, yeah. The paint was fine, but someone hit me, and I never fixed it.
So what is a salvage title? It's a car that got into an accident before, or it's a car that was totaled and then restored.
It was a car. That's a good question.
I think it's the former. I think it's a car that just got into some kind of accident beforehand, so it's not completely clean. It's not a clean title.
I guess so,
I
but
think
what if
that's
the
what it
damage
is.
was super minor? Does it still
I
count
think
as
it's
a
still a
salvage?
salvage title. Any car that's got into an accident and
Oh.
then sold at a dealership is a
Yeah.
salvage title.
Because usually salvage titles, you got to watch out for them because they're like the damage is severe. But I guess
yeah,
I think
heard
you're
that.
right because I think depending on where the damage is, that's what people always say about the salvage title. Like
Yeah.
see where the damage was and then really look around that area.
That shit is ass, bro.
Yeah, shit gets knocked loose.
We need to go back to horses.
Did you have to tow your shit?
I had to. Did I? No, I drove it home actually.
Oh my god! So you
I
just
got
drove
to
home
drive.
sad.
I
just
drove
like,
it home so sad, bro. I was
hurts.
like,
Man,
I was just looking. I didn't even have music playing.
Yeah, that ruins your whole fucking
It
week.
ruined- I was coming to do the pod too, and I was like, wow, this is ass, bro.
That's right.
What a
We both
bummer.
got hit going to AB's.
man.
Hey, man, I think you owe us some sort of
Hey,
compensation.
man. Come on, man.
I
That
think
is,
AB owes us some sort of compensation.
hey, man, that wasn't directly near my property at all.
You know what's crazy with mine? The thing with me was that happened, and it could have been so avoided.
Yeah.
Because I took Clay. No, I didn't take Clay. No, I got on Highway 6, and you know how you could turn like early to make that little left. You can like take a little nice little route to the park,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
park and shit. That's what I usually do. But this
Dude,
time I
that's
took
cool.
Clay because I was trying to be faster. My dumb ass. That's what my stupid ass gets.
I know, dude.
He hit you on Clay?
On Clay.
Man,
You
what a
never know,
fucking
bro.
bastard.
Life just comes at you. You
It
got
just
hit from
happens,
behind.
bro.
You could have never seen that coming. I got
Yeah.
hit by this guy running a stop sign. I could have maybe seen it coming, but not really.
It was too late.
Shit just happens, bro.
And
It's
it wasn't
crazy.
our fault.
Like the whole drive
Man.
there on the freeway, you're good, and then you get off on these side roads, and these motherfuckers don't know how to act.
That shit's crazy.
People
bro.
just
insane.
are just reckless and irresponsible, man.
Yeah, could happen anywhere, dude.
could happen to anybody.
Truly could happen anywhere to anybody.
Could
And
happen to you.
Speaking of,
We talked about that for a while.
Yeah, can
I
we
know.
talk about
What are we
something
at?
else? We're
Speaking
30
of-
minutes in.
That's
Speaking of-
insane.
damn near train wrecks. Did you guys hear about the Taylor Swift AI nudes?
Yeah.
That should look wild.
Yeah, did you see the video?
There was a video. What are you talking about?
Oh, I don't know. Isn't the news that someone was like deep faking pictures of her getting fucked?
Oh, that probably that happens.
no, yeah,
all
that's
the
what I'm talking
time.
about. The pictures were just a bunch of AI and like somewhat not really nudes. I guess I said ludes. So it'd be like pictures of her at a football game, bent over, somebody grabbing her titty, and she has red paint all over her, and then like
Yeah.
she has the words "fuck me" carved on her back. Shit like that.
You didn't see the pictures?
I didn't see. I thought it was a video. I
They
don't know
were
what it was.
Nuts.
No,
Let me
they were
let me
crazy,
go ahead and
bro.
show them to you.
Well, I'll tell you what. Some of these videos that I have seen before, like I'm not going out looking for them, guys. But I'm just saying,
Bro, they just pop up sometimes.
they pop up sometimes, and like it's like fucking Selena Gomez or something. I don't know, like Ariana Grande or something like that. And it does look like I'm talking
It's
about
so accurate.
the neck up. It looks pretty good.
It's fucking crazy.
You can't really tell, and I don't know how they do the voice stuff, but if anything, that's probably the easier part of it.
High key, I feel like I'm so like desensitized to it.
Yeah.
So when I saw it, I was just like, oh,
It's also
all right.
No, I can't find them anymore.
Listen.
They're somewhere around here though.
I don't want to sound insensitive, but
Some insensitive shit is about to happen
like
right now.
I don't want to sound
wanna sound
insensitive to
sensitive.
women who have had this happen to them, but
Yeah.
like, is it really that big of a deal? Now I can see if it's a girl in high school and someone is like using an AI to make
Yeah.
it naked. That's fucked up. This is a celebrity, dude.
But
Who
if you're,
cares?
if you're Taylor Swift, you gotta know that if you're that famous, shit like that's gonna happen. Like,
Exactly.
shit's gonna leak on you. You're one of the most famous people in the United States, in the world. Like, this shit could happen.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like it's a thing of because she's so big, they're trying to like stop it now before it gets to a point where it can affect everybody.
You know what, Gio? That's a really good point that it could
Yeah.
affect her business relationships. But also,
Yeah.
like, how can you be held responsible for that? There's like Kim Kardashian is sucking dick and fucking
He actually did that.
moaning and shit in a whole sex tape, and she's
Her
fucking.
titties were actually out.
Yeah, she's probably like an ambassador and all kinds of stuff at all kinds of big corporations.
I guarantee soon there's probably gonna be a full AI video, like a fake.
There probably
sex
already
tape.
is.
Oh, yeah.
a fake Taylor Swift sex tape. They're just gonna put it on some random blonde girl, but put Taylor Swift's like face on there, and like find ways to make the girl's body kind of look like hers, and then just make it look like Taylor Swift is fucking somebody.
And it's not going to be just her, dude. There's tons of them.
Oh,
I've seen
yeah.
Ariana Grande a million times.
Oh,
maybe
yeah, I've
'cause she's
already
easy.
seen it. I've seen this shit for years, bro. For years. So I'm like, we're just now catching on to this shit happening, I guess. Oh my god, her eyebrows are atrocious.
I guess it's like popping off because she's seeing that football player and all the pictures were football themed. So it's like that's
Yeah.
a motherfucker. That's why it's like catching fire now, and then all her fans are freaking out. I think like a hashtag on Twitter was it was hashtag protect Taylor Swift.
yeah.
Fuck
Because
outta
people
here,
were fucking,
dude.
and they were doxing people who were reposting it, which I think is fucked up.
Free Palestine, not free Taylor Swift, dude.
For
Who gives
real.
Who gives a fuck
Bro,
about
Taylor,
Taylor
Swift
Swift?
is fine, bro. She's okay.
Taylor Swift is rolling in dough, and
Yeah,
she's so
fine,
young.
bro.
She's gonna be just fucking
She'll
fine.
fucking survive.
She'll fucking survive. That's funny how they're aimed at football things. So the only people that are gonna actually fall for this shit has to be young teens and old people.
I promise you, the pictures are not even like nut worthy.
Yeah.
Like they're not even like worthy of you actually
Gio,
sitting down.
You got to think about it. What if somebody loves Taylor Swift? They think she's the hottest chick in the
They
world.
need to get out the psych ward.
And she's never in a bikini.
Go
She's
get a bad
never-
bitch.
They've never seen her in a bikini.
Go get
get
a
an
badder
actual
bitch.
bad bitch.
You think these
bro.
guys can get bad bitches? They want bitches like Taylor Swift. She's
Oh,
not
do
a bad
AI porn
bitch.
with somebody else. Do
Taylor
it, Ice
Swift-
Spice.
Taylor Swift does truly look like you could find a girl that looks exactly like these models do look like Taylor
Very
Swift.
basic.
She's very
These
basic.
models.
Like yeah, like the skinny like you know the like cliche fashion models that are skinny
Oh,
and
okay.
tall.
I'm about to say I could find that girl at Skechers.
Working at Katie Mills,
Working
dude.
at Katie Mills,
Get
bro.
out of here, man. Working at Dick's Sporting Goods, I could go find one right now.
I feel like a lot of
Sporting
models
goods.
now. Like I'm not sure if you guys ever pay attention to like some of these like catalog drops or like on YouTube they do like the fashion shows.
Yeah.
If you ever look at like Louis Vuitton and shit, all the models now, they're not how like we used to think like conventionally handsome for like a guy or a girl. Like it's like conventionally handsome dude who's like chiseled jaw, kind of swole but like lean, right? Now it's like they want unconventional looking people.
Yeah.
So people who don't look like anybody in the crowd, like somebody with like hella freckles and they're like albino and they have like green eyes, like
Because they're inclusive now.
Yeah.
yes.
And it's you know what's the funniest thing? When you try to see how many different types of demographics they're trying to hit.
Yeah.
It'll be like an albino or like a light skinned black dude with freckles and like a piercing or something like that, or like a tattoo on his neck. And I'm like, look at how many different scopes of people they're trying to hit. Or like a Latin person who like has curly hair but has like strands in it. I don't know. Like it's funny to see that.
I feel like they're more focused on like body proportions now.
Yeah.
Like they want people that the clothes look good on them. It sits right on them.
Which is
like,
smart, dude.
That is smart.
I don't think it's good to go for super skinny people, and I don't think it's good to go for just like all chunky people. I think it's good to go for the people that the
Find a
clothes
good
is designed
yeah.
for.
Find a good in between here. Somewhere.
Yeah,
Like
there's
what people actually look like.
just a regular average built person, I think is
But
what.
then the clothes be looking insane.
What do you mean?
Depending on like the fashion show or whatever. Sometimes the clothes are insane.
Oh, you're talking about what they're walking. The runway shit, they have stuck, in my opinion, right, mostly to just the fucking model look. Every time I see it, it's like a tall dude with no hair, like a bald fade,
Well, yeah, but it's like
and then a tall chick.
like the pieces they have on be bizarre. And
Yeah, they be wearing some
yeah.
wild shit. Depending
Yeah.
on like the company. Like I know like some like Gucci and shit, they be doing crazy shit.
Yeah.
Some are like more understated. You know,
Yeah.
I think it just depends.
Man,
on
I
the
saw some of
company.
the Yeezy shit coming up. That they look insane.
That shit looks wild.
Them
does
bitches
look
be having
wild.
on shoulder pads.
People with fucking red hair and shit.
It's honestly, you ever see like those little what do they call that? Catwalk pictures
Runway?
or whatever?
Runway.
Runway. You see the pictures? It's hideous, dude. Who's wearing that?
It's hideous.
I know.
Only people like going to like an award show or something wearing that because that is hideous.
I've heard that like the people who are like super like actual rich people, if you ever like see them, when I read on Reddit, they don't wear like like all the loud clothing you see like with the LVMH, like the Louis Vuitton and like the Gucci, and like the clothes is very loud and colorful
Yeah.
and shit. I heard like real rich people, they don't wear that. They'll wear something like a basic sweater like mine,
Yeah.
but it's completely tailored like perfectly to them, and the fucking fabric is like amazing.
Yeah.
Like they just wear basic shit. They don't really wear like a bunch of colorful popping shit, but they're gonna wear jeans and shoes that are like $10,000 that are probably handcrafted for them and shit.
Yeah.
But it makes sense because if you have millions of dollars in your bank account, the last thing you want is somebody fucking catching wind of that and being like, "I'm gonna rob this dude. Let's see what he has in his wallet.
I'm
Let
gonna
me
get-
take his phone."
Let's run his pocket.
Yeah, if you just look like a normal guy, then okay, your chances are a lot better. If you're out there walking around in like a fucking Gucci satchel and fucking Cartier glasses and shit like that, you don't want someone to run your pockets when you go to the gas station.
bro, like these
of course
NB
they're gonna try to run your
Like you
pockets.
shouldn't go to the gas station.
You can buy everything at that gas station twice with some of those sunglasses.
Like these NBA players, they're walking targets, bro. First of
Yeah.
all, they're super fucking tall, and almost 90% of them dress loud as fuck.
Yeah.
Like super fucking loud with expensive ass shit. It's like, bro, you could easily hit a lick on any of these dudes.
That's a really good point. Why don't people try to rob athletes more? Maybe they're
I'm
not.
sure
as-
they have.
They do.
They do.
Yeah, Biggie made a whole song about robbing a fucking basketball player.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
They get robbed, bro.
Yeah, that makes it because they go out to clubs and stuff like that often.
Or depending on where they are.
Yeah.
They might not get robbed, but they have somebody looking at them.
They got
And
a
they'll make a
crew.
phone call.
Usually they got a crew with them. And
Yeah,
stuff
so
like
usually
that.
they have a crew.
They roll in a crew, but you're gonna catch them slipping, leaving a club or something like that, or like a girl fucking sets them up and like
Yeah.
Depends on the player though. Somebody like John Morant, no one's gonna pull up on him.
John Morant is packing.
Yeah, he's gonna
constantly.
He's gonna pull out two guns like a fucking Wild West shit.
And we know he does.
It is a little bit horseshit what they did to him about some fucking guns, bro.
I thank you.
And now, okay,
He's a criminal.
He didn't shoot nobody.
it's not a good look to be pointing at the camera because then it makes kids want to be like, I got one too, you know. But also, it's like, okay, but it's just everyone
I
has.
get-
If
if
he
they
would
were-
have posted a picture of it like on a glass, thing, people would have been like, wow, look at that.
I get that they're like, oh, we don't want to like give him sponsorship deals and shit, but like to suspend him when he did nothing illegal
Come on.
is actually insane.
and
think
John
it's-
Giddy's all good.
I think that's stupid. I think he just needs to be
Bro.
able to read the room though.
Still playing
That's crazy.
40 minutes
the,
a night.
The pedophile guy.
Yeah.
Yes.
That is insane when you break it down, dude. It is crazy.
That
Shit's
shit
wild.
is wild, bro. And all they do is just like cut off the comments,
Yeah.
and it's fucking insane.
Because the NBA really cares about their image.
Really.
They do. I think maybe more than any other American sports. Like, 'cause the NFL don't give a fuck, bro.
The NFL, they
dudes
try.
They try, but they realize like these guys are degenerates.
Everybody beats their wife.
They're beating their. I was about to say they're all beating their wives and fighting dogs.
They all
and-
got CTE and they're all fucked up in the head, dude.
Yeah, they all-
Suspend one, we have to suspend them all.
yeah, bro. They all the
You
NFL
think Taylor
knows.
Swift they get beat?
You know why I think, now that I think about it? Because the NBA has the most culture out of all
You
of the
think those
franchises.
AI photos did something to her? Wait till Travis Kelce gets a hand over her.
Wait till she tries to break up with him. Wait till he gets a bad injury on his head. He's going to squish her head.
So do you think if he what position does he play, Gio?
He's a tight end.
Let's say if he gets their offense.
He's got a tight end
Yeah,
already.
offense.
Let's say if he gets tackled.
He goddamn runner, wide receiver, eh?
All right, let's say.
Oh my god, that's funny. I've never noticed
If it
that.
hit him too hard, he'll be running back.
Oh my god. That's
All
really
right,
good.
Damn, what's another one? I
Let's
can't
say
think of
he
anymore.
gets.
That's funny.
Let's say Travis Kelce gets hit real hard and becomes a vegetable. Do you think Taylor Swift stays with him?
Hell no. What the fuck?
Nah, it's mean. But like, could you imagine Travis Kelce sitting in the thing and he's like, he can't move his head and she's trying to feed him soup.
And he's like this, and she's like, "Ooh, I want to hop on another white dick."
Yeah, it's like a fucking like a Notebook story, and they die old.
What's the probability that they get married? Like, what's the odds? Do you think
Not
they're going
high.
to get married?
It's
don't
not.
know. I don't-
No, actually, of them staying together for life is very low,
Yeah.
or at least until they're 50, very low. But I think they could get married and get divorced in 5 years. That's
I
what
think
they all
when
do.
when it hit the off season, the season's over,
Yeah.
they're done.
He's gonna start clapping cheeks again.
He's probably
Real
got
cheeks.
always.
Big cheeks.
Real,
Big
yeah,
both does.
real big cheeks.
Little tiny skinny Taylor Swift cheeks.
Taylor Swift.
Taylor Swift has no butt cheeks, dude.
She doesn't. Somebody sent a picture that was like Taylor Swift right next to Ice Spice, and I was like, oh,
That was hilarious.
That's a damn shame.
a damn- they
Ice
should-
Spice could swallow her whole with her ass.
they shouldn't be allowed to sit
I
next to
shouldn't
each
say
other,
that.
stand next to each other.
I shouldn't have said that.
Swallow her.
I shouldn't have said that. I should bleep that.
You can jump on top of Taylor Swift and then just throw her in there.
Like a magic trick.
Yeah.
She gets up on like one of those diving boards.
Eater like Kirby.
Yeah, and immediately goes. No, but Taylor Swift is known to have a very flat butt. There's a lot of pictures of her like
somebody said Ice Spice booty pregnant. And I was like, that's hilarious.
that. Pregnant with twins, dude. 2 cheeks.
Oh my god.
Speaking of chicks, and we know chicks. Speaking of chicks, did y'all see that fucking Ryan Gosling got an Oscar and fucking Greta Gerwig and Margot Robbie got
yeah.
snubbed?
Yeah, he got a nomination, and then Greta Gerwig,
nomination.
the director
as
of
people
Barbie,
that have seen the
and
movie, how
Margot
did y'all
Robbie,
feel?
That I think he deserved it.
No, I think he earned it, but I think it's insane. Now, Margot Robbie could have came and gone, but let's be honest, she caused a lot of ripples in the entire world with that Barbie fucking thing. But I don't
Was
know
she
how,
good enough in the movie?
She was good in the
pretty good.
movie, but
Not
she
like
wasn't like
Oscar
outstanding.
winning.
Yeah.
Okay. See, okay, thank you.
Okay, I mean, not gonna lie. Last year, I watched a ton of fucking movies. I saw most of the movies that are nominated for the pictures, all the fucking different nominations. I think Barbie was really good. I don't think Barbie's gonna win anything except for maybe like, I think they'll win Best Original Song for the Ken song.
Yeah.
And then maybe like Best Adapted Screenplay.
I think Billy's gonna win. Billie Eilish.
That's a good
Really?
song,
I think
yeah.
either her or Ryan Gosling's gonna win for "I'm Just Ken."
I don't
song.
think they're gonna let that.
I don't know, bro. There's a huge push behind that fucking song.
It's huge, dude. People love that fucking
Barbie's
song.
gonna win either way.
But she
Barbie's
did
gonna
win
win
the. She won the fucking. What was that shit called? The
Which
screen.
one?
She just won some award for that song.
What? I'm just Ken?
The last movie awards that just happened. I forgot what it
I
was.
don't know which one
For
it is.
Babylon or some shit?
No,
No,
for
what are you talking
Babylon.
about? That was like 2 years. That movie was like 2 years ago.
don't
Nah,
know.
Billie Eilish.
I don't know what else
She won the best song
Hi,
for that
Tanya.
for that song.
Okay.
Hi, Tanya.
Yeah, no. Well, the Ken thing is pretty funny.
Yeah.
But I think Greta Gerwig, if anything, should have won something because she made like she broke like records. Dude. Like, isn't she the first female to ever direct a movie that made $1 billion and stuff
That's
like
true.
that?
But
I'm
the
sorry,
movie, but the
big
movie wasn't
records.
like, I don't know, man.
They're just
like,
treating them like a Marvel movie. That's all it is.
Yeah, they are.
And it's fine.
And I like
You know
Barbie,
what?
but
That's
they-
very, very true.
But I agree with you. They are treating it
Yeah.
like a Marvel movie. They're giving it the nominations, but I don't think they're gonna give it shit. Like it might get a few things, but it's not gonna get like best directors, best
Yeah.
picture. Like that's gonna go to the movies that are like either super pandering to Hollywood or the movies like with the Oscars. I feel like the movies that win are always movies that are super pandering or movies that are like completely like out of left field original. Like
Oppie better win.
yeah.
Oppie better win.
which one?
Oppie? Oppenheimer. I like calling
Oh,
him
Oppenheimer?
Oppie.
I like calling him Oppie.
They said
Oppenheimer?
Aubrey Plaza. I was like,
I
she must have
thought,
got
I thought Oppenheimer was pretty good, but I don't,
Oppenheimer.
I don't know, man. I think Poor Things might win.
I can see that happening.
I
'cause
can
she
see
won.
Poor Things win.
Yeah, because Homegirl might win Best Actress.
I can see Emma Stone winning Best Actress too.
Yeah.
I still haven't seen that.
Or the chick from
I still haven't seen it either.
what's the movie we saw? Killers of the Flower Moon. She's in bed the whole fucking movie. Like,
Can we talk
no.
about that movie?
Can
for a
we
second?
talk about that movie
Can we talk
being
about that
not
movie
that
for-
good?
I agree.
Thank
But-
you.
but
It
know
wasn't
what?
amazing.
Do you know what? They're gonna give it to her because she's the
gonna get
first
there.
Native American.
She gonna go up there and
Yeah.
start chanting and shit.
Hey.
Come on, Gio. That ain't right.
I'd like
man.
to thank my.
Bro, sadly, that's what the black my black sisters, they be going up there and they start singing and shit. I'd be like, why are y'all doing this? Why are you doing this for these damn white people?
She sets a fire on the stage.
Hell,
I'd like to thank all my ancestors. I would like to thank the moon and the stars.
if she go up there and start chanting, I'm gonna lose it. But no, Heike.
Got a feather in her head.
No, and you know what sucks too is that like she was a great actress and everything. The movie was the movie, But the movie like didn't let her shine. Like I don't think she
didn't.
She
She got spun.
She was in bed the whole movie. She got
poisoned.
poisoned.
She got played the whole movie.
That's what the whole movie was. If anything, Leo deserved something
And like
for it.
her performance was good, but it wasn't like I don't know, man. Like I said, I saw a lot of the movies and the actresses that are nominated for all of their shit. Like I
Yeah.
think there's a lot better performances. This bitch was laying in bed the whole time. But I do think just being an objective, like if I'm a fucking voter for whatever,
Yeah.
they're gonna give it to her because Hollywood's Hollywood and it's like, all right, she's Native American.
And the story.
We
Yeah.
need to appeal. It's the story's good. Like, okay, it appeals to Native Americans. It shows, the white guilt, and we're giving her an Oscar to make up for taking all their land and raping their people.
So have this little man.
Here's a
This
story
little
of
gold
how-
little man.
Here's a story of how we fucked you up behind the scenes.
Yeah.
That's fucking crazy.
And not
bro.
only is it a story, it's true.
Yeah, it's
a true
true.
story.
For best actor, I got Cillian Murphy, Oppenheimer.
Yeah,
He's gonna
Oppenheimer.
absolutely take that.
Yeah, I mean, well, she did a decent job in the movie because now that I'm thinking back on it,
No, she did good.
In the beginning of the movie, she has like a totally different personality, and then by the end of the movie, she's like dying and shit and
I
sad.
really do not like that movie.
Yeah,
I did not have.
It was just
8 out of 10. I think it's still good. It's
I
just way
thought
too
it
long.
was not. It was too long.
3.5 hours is
7.5.
ridiculous.
8
It was
out of 10
long
is
for.
reasonable.
It was long for no reason. I did not invest. I was not invested into Leo and her
Yeah.
being together. I never understood that.
It was just too dragged out. I mean, I understood it because in the beginning they did a good job playing up their little love story, but like it's too many things about it were just like the payoff at the end took way too fucking long. The beginning was way too slow.
I might say something insensitive right now.
Go ahead.
I think that movie made them look so fucking dumb.
It did.
It made them look. It
Unfortunately.
made that all the Native Americans look stupid.
Yeah.
But you have to look at it like this, Joe. Like those people, they didn't know any better, bro. The white people took advantage of them.
But if your sister just died, and her husband
Bro,
is
they
now
was
trying to
getting-
fuck you,
They was getting spun,
They
bro.
was getting spun.
The
They
white
had
people
dick.
came in with the sauce and the riz,
They
and
had
they
some
fucked
penis.
up those Native Americans, bro.
Yeah, because the white people in the movie, they got a very bad look because all in all, at the end, none of them were remorseful. They were all pieces of shit to the very
Yeah.
end. They didn't even understand what they were doing is wrong, some of them. And then some of them just didn't give a fuck at all.
Yeah.
But they still won. The Native Americans just looked dumb. They
they
just
just look so dumb.
And it made me mad because they kept calling it out and they kept having meetings about the fact that it's happening. And everyone's like,
The white people were at the meetings.
yeah,
it's
The white people
insane.
married
crazy as hell. Fucking homeboy was at the Bobby.
Yeah.
Bobby was sitting in the meetings.
Yeah.
I don't know what's going on.
But the
He
shit,
had the final say in all those damn
he
meetings.
did.
but the shit really happened.
I know.
You know what I mean? Which is like, which is makes
sad.
it, which is very sad, right? Like these people really got taken advantage of.
Yeah.
They got their pockets ran to the fucking 100th degree.
Because, like, you need the white people for some stuff if you're Native Americans, right? You need their equipment. You need them to come out and do the stuff to
They
get
were like
the
this-
oil.
They really didn't need them though.
The white people were the
To get the
subservient
oil.
workers at that point. Like the
Yeah.
Native Americans became so rich off of the wealth from the oil that the white people became subservient. Like they
Yeah.
were like the bartenders, and they would cut hair, and they would like
They were like little gold diggers.
they were
Yeah.
drivers and stuff. But they were trying to figure out how to take bread from the Native Americans. So that's why they started doing all this fucked up shit.
And Native American chicks watched them. They're like, God damn, look at him pumping that oil. Oh,
They're
he's
like,
looking
damn,
hot, hot,
This
hot.
is something new. He looks different than
hot,
all these
hot.
Native American guys have ever grown up with. This is something completely new.
This is
he
a
drives my
blonde-eyed
car
boy.
so well.
He drives my car so well.
drives
yeah.
my car so well.
Speaking of Oscar-winning, Oscar-nominated performances, I saw a movie recently that has a real sex scene in it.
Whoa.
You guys ever heard of Monsters Ball?
Oh yeah, I literally saw that scene the other day.
The Halle
You
Berry
saw the
one,
scene?
right?
Yeah,
Did you see the movie or is the scene?
I've never seen the movie.
Yes, correct. It has Halle Berry. Not gonna lie, Halle Berry is fucking beautiful. She's so fucking hot.
What is she? Is that the one where she's going, oh, 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 oh?
Is
that one?
Does she do that? Nah, I don't remember her doing that.
Doesn't she do like a noise in the fucking?
She does do a
She does do
noise.
the
she does,
noise?
she does do a bunch of noise, and her character's kind of like, I wouldn't say like R word, but she's very like
Restarted.
restarted. She's
Oh,
very
I was like,
like
what's the R word?
she's like uneducated. And she's very dumb. P Diddy is in the movie for like a hot minute.
Wait, what the fuck?
P Diddy plays like her husband who's on death row.
Oh damn.
And the husband gets what do you call it, like electric chair.
Oh wow.
So she's
That's where he's gonna go in real life.
She's sad, and she has like this kid with him who's a chubby, like a really obese kid, and then it's like 11-year-old kid.
What
and
the hell is happening in
literally
this
the first
movie?
30 minutes of the movie, she's mad that her husband died, and the kid is like sneaking around eating a candy bar, and she finds it. Listen, she finds him eating a candy bar. She's like, "Why the fuck you eating that? You little fatty, fat little pig, fat motherfucker!" I swear she says it just like that.
Word by word, like
Yes.
fatty fat.
Yes, exactly like that. And she calls him a little pig, and she smacks him, and she elbows him. And she's like, "Why do you do this, you fat little pig? You little fatty, fat motherfucker."
And like
It's
the
not
sex
hot.
scene, it was real.
That is.
it was a real
that's not
elbow.
how funny, but that is funny.
And then like 10 minutes later, 20 minutes later, they're walking home in the rain because their car is broke. and then they get hit and run.
Your fat
and the
ass
kid-
weighted down.
The kid dies.
Oh,
Because they get hit and run. And Billy Bob Thornton's character, he is the one who works at the prison, and he had put her husband to death. But she doesn't know that.
Whoa!
What is this movie?
Listen. And Billy Bob Thornton's character comes from like a super racist family. Like they say the N-word. They're very bad people.
Of course.
Yo.
And what happens is Billy Bob Thornton pulls up on the road and he sees her. He doesn't know her, but he sees her with the kid and she's screaming, help, help, help in the rain. And he's like, oh, fuck. So he's like, all right, I'll fucking help them. And then he takes him in the car, takes her to the fucking hospital. And they're like, the kid's dead. Then he drops her off at home. And then she's like, can you stay with me? And then they talk for a little bit. Then he leaves. And at some point,
If he fucked that night, that's crazy.
no, that'd be insane.
That's
It was
wild.
coincidence that he ran across them.
Yes, and then so she starts working at a diner that he goes to all the time, and then he like chats with her a little bit, and then I think he offers to take her home, and she's like, "Oh, okay, thank you." And then he takes her home, and he's like, "I'm sorry about your kid," and they start sitting on the couch, and she starts drinking,
Oh,
and then
trap.
My son's so fat. You want to have?
he was so fat, he was so beautiful, and then she starts like crying and saying that like, "I feel so bad, like I just want to feel good now, I just want to feel good," like
That's what.
And
Yeah,
then
now
she's
I know
like,
that part.
She's like, make me feel good. She's like, all right, she'll pretend I'm Halle Berry. She's like, make me feel good. And she pops a titty out. Look, she pops a titty out. She grabs his hand and gets that titty.
Bro, Billy Bob, what a fucking guy.
And he's
bro.
like, he's kind of like surprised. And he's like, all right. And then he fucking, bro. And then he starts fucking her. And this is actual sex. Like,
it's aggressive.
it's the best sex scene I've ever seen in the movie. Most movie sex is corny. Like this
And they
is
really had
legit.
sex.
And it was passionate. Like it's like animalistic. They're fucking.
what a lucky guy.
Different
he
positions
fucking-
and shit.
Yeah, he starts grabbing her titty. They start making out. He fucking throws her over on the couch, bends her over, rips the panties to the side, and shoves it in.
I want Billy Bob lasted.
How can you? What can you
And
see?
they were banging for a good like 5 minutes.
Yeah,
How
bro.
much can you see? Can you see it going in?
see it.
You can
You
see
can't
they're
see
having
it.
sex.
You
Pretty
can't
much?
see
You
the
can't see
dick,
the
though.
penetration, but they're having sex, and apparently
Why would
Halle Berry is the one who instigated it. Like they were going at it because it was supposed to be simulated sex.
Yeah.
and she just put it in.
That's insane.
Yeah.
That's actually kind of fucked
Imagine
up.
if you got her pregnant during the shooting of that.
Didn't they get married or
Oh my
something?
god. Nah, they never
No.
got. They were never a thing.
Oh.
Wow.
I think he was going out with Angelina Jolie at the time, and she had a husband. I think.
Good for you, Billy Bob.
What do you do if your wife is Halle Berry and she flips Billy Bob Thornton's dick into her and they have a crazy sex scene?
I'm furious.
Imagine.
It's a movie. It's art.
Wait, imagine if
It's
you
not
didn't.
art. Not
you
at
said
that
no.
point. Not at that point. They're literally having sex.
What do you do?
Wait, imagine if you didn't know and you go to the premiere and you're just like, "Whoa,
Is that?
oh, wait."
They tell you there's some racy scenes, but they don't tell you it's gonna be this.
You're
crazy.
moaning a little bit too much
Yeah.
for that to be no penis.
Well, because all right, let's say they didn't actually have sex, and the sex scene was super passionate. And, they're biting each other and all that stuff.
yeah,
I think that
I could deal with that.
if
I'm
it's
fine
someone
with that.
at Halle Berry's caliber, I think I could deal with that. But if she told me that they actually had sex, they don't even do that in movies. Get out of here.
They don't.
You wanted to do that.
But she's way richer than whoever she was probably. Who was she with?
She was with the dude cheated on her constantly, so it doesn't matter.
Oh, she was with the
Eric
singer.
Benet.
Eric Benet.
He
Hell
was
yeah.
cheating on her
Benet.
all the time.
Who is Eric
Just
Benet?
handsome
He's a
looking black dude. Who's
Really,
like,
like a
really
model
good
or something like
all
that?
the time.
Yeah, he's a handsome dude. Really good
Handsome
songwriter.
dude, but he was cheating on her like crazy.
Okay, well then you know what? Celebrity relationships are not real, guys. Let's
They're
just
really
establish
not.
that they're not real.
They're real.
You think that they're staying loyal to each other? You think any celebrity relationship, B and A level celebrities, they're staying loyal to each other? They
A
are
B
not.
can never date an A. It always
Yeah.
has to be same tier.
Yeah.
If one of them is dating lower, the other one's gonna feel some type of way about it.
For sure. And then also like they have so much access to people. They probably already had so much
Exactly.
sex.
So much
They
free
don't
time.
care.
That's
Yeah,
why
they
it
don't
needs
give
to
a
be
fuck.
like at the same like. Only Brad Pitt can be with Angelina Jolie. Angelina Jolie can't go be with Paul Giamatti. You know what I mean?
That'd be
'Cause
amazing,
Then
though.
like one of them's gonna feel some kind of way. He's gonna feel like fuck. Like
I would love that.
I would love that too. Angelina
I
Jolie
know
with like
that'd be a
Bob
wonderful
Odenkirk.
thing though, right?
Wonderful couple.
Paul Giamatti and Angelina.
That would be beautiful.
That would be a really funny fucking.
Imagine the kid that comes out of there.
Or like Brad Pitt
my
with like
God.
Brad Pitt with who? Like Elizabeth Banks or something.
Oh, that would be hot.
That would be hot, but
that'd be hot.
she's-
I'd like
hot.
that.
She's B tier.
She's B tier.
She's
Elizabeth
B tier.
Banks is
She's
B
art-
tier.
Elizabeth Banks is B tier, bro.
Elizabeth Banks is arguably C tier.
She's-
Whoa,
Nah,
wait, are we
not
talking like
C.
fame or looks?
Fame.
Fame.
Okay,
I'm talking
okay,
about
okay.
looks.
She hasn't been in a ton of things, especially recently.
I'm talking about
She directs.
fame, talent. Like, there's the A list of like A list is like Leo,
Yeah.
Brad Pitt, Angelina Jolie,
Cher, like all kinds
Cher,
of. We're talking
Florence
ENIAC.
Pugh,
Yeah.
fucking like all these
Yeah.
famous like actors.
Cher's old as fuck.
Cher. I don't know.
She's
He
not in the
put Cher
pool.
in there.
She's not in the pool. She has a handsome Egyptian. Or
I mean,
like
she's still-
black.
Cher?
Yeah, does she
Yeah,
have like a
yeah.
handsome
She's
boyfriend?
She's
Some
still
young
class.
ass dude.
She's still class A. I
She's
think.
still class.
She's.
She's
I think Cher. Oh yeah.
Because we're not
I'm
talking
sorry.
looks. We're talking.
Yeah, I keep thinking looks.
I'm just thinking fame. I'm not talking about like how good they look.
No,
like a
Gio,
candy cane.
You've seen girls like at like fucking the mall that are A tier.
Oh yeah.
That beat out like Emma Watson if you get her in person. And
Of course.
put them
Yeah.
side by side.
Well, are they going to have the class and intelligence of Emma Watson?
No,
Probably not.
they won't. Or the
Or the
talent.
accent.
Yeah, or the accent.
Well, the
Probably
accent
not.
or Harry Potter. She did Harry Potter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is creepy. How can you have a wife and like have sex with her and you know that she's Hermione and you've seen her on?
It's probably a turn on for the guy who's with her.
I hope that he's not a fan of Harry Potter because that makes it worse.
I hope
Dress
he
up like
is.
Hermione.
I hope he is.
Well, she's all grown up. You're with Hermione all
And
grown up.
Think about it.
so-
The guy who was
She did
watching
grow
it-
up, yeah.
She grew up.
The guy who was watching it was probably a kid when they came out too.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah,
So
because
it's
she
all-
was a
it's
kid
all
when she
fair
was
game.
fucking in it.
It's all fair game, man.
How sweet is that, dude? Those guys got so much bang from that shit.
Oh, dude, for real. They got breaded up.
Wait,
man.
could y'all date an actress like that's in shows and she's making out with people, like other people in the show?
Depends
If I'm
how-
who I am now,
Yeah.
if I'm just a guy like working a
Yeah, you're
regular
just a guy.
job,
Yeah.
I don't give a fuck what she does.
If
If she's bringing in literally millions,
Yeah, if she's breading
She's
me up,
bringing in- what if she's not bringing in millions? What if
How
she's
much she
like
bringing
a
in?
decent actress?
very different story.
well, how much you bringing in?
Because the stakes are different, dude. And I'm not no fucking whore. But I'm just saying, I'm a fucking guy who makes whatever, like $70,000 or whatever the fuck. Like,
Yeah.
just a regular adult with somebody who's making millions of dollars on a like a movie franchise. That's a different story. But if they're like making like indie films where they're doing it,
Yeah.
that's a little.
How much she
tough.
bringing in? Give me the yearly quote.
The yearly quote for the show or like in general work?
Everything.
Because for the
Everything
show, I'm
she's doing.
imagining someone that's like she pops in, she fucks a guy, and like she's like the side chick or something.
Everything she's doing. Give me the yearly. How much she's pulling in?
Let's say
Give her a breakdown. Let's see those financials.
Yeah,
She's
give me
making
tax
like
returns.
200 in like LA.
200,000.
In LA.
Fuck that, dude.
200,000 LA is not shit.
200,000 in LA is like 100,000 here.
You're gonna be living in a shitty apartment
Yeah.
for 200,000 in LA.
No,
Wait.
you can live in a pretty
Dude,
good
no.
place.
If you 200,000
In LA is
gross, 200,000 LA. By the time you actually get that money, that's gonna be
It's
like
like 160.
160.
Yeah.
And then you have to think about all the other bills that you got to pay.
Yeah.
Car, because you need a car in LA.
But you can still live a pretty good life on 160 in LA, right?
Bro,
I think.
hell no, man. Everything, all the like food, gas, everything's more expensive, and then also the housing is just crazy.
I guess.
Okay,
you're
let's
right.
say 250.
Because sometimes you see these tours of these fucking apartments in New York and stuff
They're
like
bad,
that,
bro.
and they're $2,000, and it's like literally like a closet, like
Come
a
check
walk-in
out my
closet.
place. It's like fucking 600 square feet.
It's insane, dude.
We all can't fit in there.
And they put like a bunk bed thing over the fridge, and that's your bed. It's insane, and they're like, "Yeah, this is 1,800." And a train drives over your fucking apartment every couple hours.
There's no bathroom. It's shared between the floor.
Dude, how crazy is that people live like that?
There's a lot of
Yeah,
places
bro.
in New York that are like that.
If
where
you
they
really
have,
think you're gonna make it big, and there's like good chance at a job or something, like,
I would do it.
but dude, they sound like they live in hell, dude.
But the experience alone is to me worth it. Like the experience of like living in New York is
Yeah,
worth it.
because
to me.
most people who are there, they're not there to hang out in their apartment. They're there because
they're outside.
They're going doing shit, which is there's a lot more to do in New York than there is in
And
Houston
it's
or
way
fucking
more
other
convenient
places.
to live there.
I don't
Yeah.
think I could live there, dude. That's too much, man. There's too much going on. The hustle and bustle life is not for me.
I'm not
like
gonna lie.
that.
If I lived there, I would need more money.
Yeah.
like I would need enough money to be able to live a good life there before I would ever decide to want.
You want to be comfy.
I want to live in a
Yeah.
decent spot. I'm not trying to fucking share a bathroom with anybody, or I need at least a decent studio.
Yeah.
and an affordable one. That's crazy. Yeah, no,
Bare
I
minimum.
would not be comfortable with that. Though. I would not be comfortable with
I
that.
would not be comfy.
But if she was like in Hunger Games, and let's say Hunger Games is rated R, and she's having sex with Liam Hemsworth and fucking
Please,
homeboy from Bridge to Terabithia,
yeah, man.
Hey,
Hey,
please go ahead.
the
that's a
stakes are
fucking-
different.
That's a blockbuster movie. Have
Yeah.
sex with whoever you want. Because I know
Damn.
it's not real.
It's a different thing they're doing. They're like that's true. I don't know if
That's true
I
talent.
don't know if that's true.
talent.
They're not going to talk about them in 100 years. That's not what I'm saying. But in the moment, that's a big production. Like there's stuff going on.
That's
you know?
a legit movie. Like
Yeah.
that's $100 million movie. That's
Yeah.
a huge production.
You don't turn that down. You don't turn down the chance to be in one of those franchises.
Come on,
Better go up there and fuck that guy.
go up there and fuck a Hemsworth right
better
now.
Slip it in.
Fuck 'em.
Slip it in like fucking Hallie did.
Slip it in like Hallie.
I cannot believe that was like she did that.
She slipped it in.
can't
That's
believe it
fucking
either.
crazy.
She was in the moment. It was supposed to be animalistic.
She
and
was
like,
method.
I just want to fuck him.
Well, because if you
did
think
it.
about it,
Fucking
could
crazy.
you imagine being okay, you're an actor, right? So let's say you're not one of those Daniel Day-Lewis, but you still, as an actor, you have to put yourself in the role.
You got to tap into something.
Something, dude. Even if you're one of those people who's still very chill and calm about it,
Yeah, but putting it in,
but like in
It's
the
another
moment,
level.
Putting it in is
But
another
you're
level.
kissing all over each other and like
I'm bricked
doing it
up.
for hours and stuff like that. Like
Yeah.
eventually you're gonna get aroused a little bit.
Oh, no, for sure. I'm
you know
bricked
damn
up.
well the dude's bricked up. It's fucking Halle Berry in the
Yeah.
in her prime when she looked the best, like all over him, grabbing
Yeah.
her titties. It's hard not to.
Legally,
short hair.
What happens? Like legally, can they be like, "Hey, never mind, I don't like this anymore"? Can
Yeah,
they-
there's people on set to make sure that people are like comfortable.
Yeah, they pay people to do that specifically.
So, but at that point,
She
once,
crossed the line.
once you've given the approval, then they can do whatever they want with that film for the rest of time.
Yeah, I mean,
Okay.
if she went to the director afterwards and was like, "Hey, like I don't want to," the director would probably they'd have to listen to her.
Let's
He
say
actually
because she's a
fucked me.
major star. It's Halle Berry.
Let's say the movie came out and like, let's say 10 years ago she said that because this movie's like from the 80s, right?
It's in
Yeah,
the
it's
2000s.
early 2000s.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's say like 2 years ago she was like, "I don't like this anymore, and I think it's really fucked up, and people keep talking to me about it.
It's too late.
It's too
She
late.
can't do
Bitch, you
shit.
done did it.
We made too much money. It's already
And she won an award for it.
rent that
Yeah,
shit
she
for
won a-
50 cents."
She won Best Actress.
She won an Oscar for that.
Oh, she's okay with it then.
She was really into it. She was really method, bro.
What a crazy little. I never even watched the Oscars. I don't even know who they're nominating, but I know that it's bullshit, right?
Most of it's bullshit. Sometimes that good movies do win. Like a few years ago, Parasite won, and I was like, "Holy shit!"
That was a big deal.
A movie that actually there's not a lick of English in.
Yeah.
Won. A movie from Korea about
I feel like
fucking
they get a lot right.
classism and all this shit.
I feel like they
won.
get a lot right sometimes.
Sometimes
I
they
don't think
do.
they're off.
Sometimes they do. They make some good picks. Most
They-
of the time, I feel like they do. Sometimes they pick some bullshit or like some pandering shit, though. I
Yeah.
will say. Or whenever there's a movie that's about like, let's say it's a movie that's about Hollywood or a movie that's about movie making. 90% of the time, they pick those movies.
Yeah.
They fucking love any movies that are about Hollywood.
Birdman or something.
Birdman was good though.
Birdman was really
good.
good, but
Birdman was
I
good.
still never seen it. Or Babylon.
yeah,
Babylon, I don't think they won anything.
Thank God it didn't.
the Asians
That
are
movie
coming
was a
for
mess,
us, bro.
but I
No,
liked
I'm not
it.
thinking of Babylon. I'm thinking of something else.
Yeah,
That's it's gonna end on slip it in like Hallie, everybody.
slip it in like Allie.
Take care. We're about to put
Uninsured motorist guys, get it. Get it quick.
Make sure
don't
you
forget
get
to
that
get
shit.
that,
Get it
guys.
quick. Get it now for real.
Don't let
care.
all the titty talk confuse you.
Later, guys.
Bye, guys.